9 Live Adelaide, brought to you by MyBudget. Live the life you want free from money worries. MyBudget can make that happen.
Well, a study in the United States recently discovered that spending or saving habits develop in children from as young as 5 years old. And the researchers found that early intervention could help set up kids to make solid financial decisions when they become adults. So with kids on school holidays, it's a great time to teach the value of money. And Tammy Barton from MyBudget joins us now live in the studio with some advice. Tammy, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Now, as a mum and also working in the finance sector, when is the best time, what sort of ages can you start to teach kids about money?
Well, that's a really interesting question, because when you look at how do kids learn about money, they don't generally learn about it too much at school. They will watch their parents and learn their spending habits, and the way that the family manages their money is generally how they learn themselves to manage money. I think, and if you think about, we're living in this cashless society, or ever-increasing cashless society, so our kids are seeing us pay for things magically with a credit card, and even sometimes we're paying for stuff and we get cash back. So it can be a little confusing. I think school age is a great time to start talking to kids about money. They can start to understand what the different coins are and the notes and that sort of thing. And then when the kids get a little bit older through primary school, you can start talking to them about, budgeting and saving their birthday money, as well as start giving them pocket money so they can have some independence with money. And then as they get a little bit older, heading into high school, you can talk to them about savings and budgeting, and in particular your household budget. And then as they get a little older, it's really essential before kids leave school that you've spoken to them about credit and credit cards, so that they understand credit, because it's when people don't necessarily understand credit, they can get themselves into trouble with credit cards.
Yeah. Now that kids are, as we say, on school holidays, you take them to the supermarket and do things like that. You can take them to the bank if you have to go. Is it a good time to perhaps set up their own bank account so they can see where money goes and how it accumulates when you save it?
Absolutely, it's a great time. In fact, in school holidays, families tend to spend more money than they ordinarily would, because they're off doing extra activities. You can also take that time to discuss money in general. So you might go out for lunch and buy 2 sandwiches and 2 drinks and spend $18, where you could explain to, your seven-year-old son that, that $18 could have also bought you, a small box of Lego. So they get to learn about money. But I think it's a great idea to think about opening up a bank account, even setting them up with internet banking, depending on their age, so they can see their savings. And another little tip or trick you could do over the holidays is, put all your loose coins into a money box, and then at the end of the school holidays, take that and deposit it into the child's bank account. So you're just starting to learn and talk about money and savings. Now,
when it comes to pocket money, is it a good idea to get kids to perhaps earn that pocket money? Do they have to do chores around the house to get it, to again learn the value?
Well, that's another interesting one, because there's 2 schools of thought. One school of thought is that you're part of the family, so you should just do jobs around the house. Mum and Dad don't get paid for the cooking or doing the washing. The other school of thought is that you should absolutely do jobs to get paid, because that's more in line with what happens in the real world. You go to work, you do a job, and then you get paid for it. I think the important thing is to work out what works for you and your family and your family's money values. But I do think it's important that there is some sort of independence with kids having some access to pocket money, or even birthday money or Christmas money, so they can learn about money. And actually it's really good if they can make some mistakes with it. So they might get a bit of buyer's remorse. Oops, I've gone and spent all my money, and this has happened with my kids, and but now my brother's got more savings and they can buy much cooler stuff. Yeah. And it's better to make those small mistakes now so they can learn from them and be better with money as they grow into being an adult.
Yeah, learning from your mistakes is something we all have to go through.
Yes.
Tammy Barton, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me, Will.